Warning, warning. This video contains spoilers. And if you don't like it, you can lick my balls. We are live on Not the MMA Holes. I just watched Game of Thrones, Season 8, Episode number 3. Right next to me is Jessie. She'll be chiming in as well, but she's working on a website that's going to be banging. Pow. Okay. I wasn't going to stream. We were going to go live and do a reaction of the show, but we decided, let's just enjoy this thing. Let's just sit back, throw some chili in our mouths, and just enjoy the carnage of Game of Thrones, Season 8, Episode number 3. If you didn't see the video that we did on the first episode, I didn't like it. The first episode was complete trash. It was boring. I thought the acting sucked. I thought everything about it sucked. The second episode, good. I like the second episode a lot. It doesn't need action. It just needs a good story. Needs some good, it was good. Let's just put it that way. It set up this episode, which was episode 3 of Season 8. This one delivered. Everyone said that this is going to be the episode of the big battle, the White Walkers, all that bullshit. And it was. It was fantastic. I had dragons. I had people dying. No boobies, but we didn't need it this episode. I'm going to give you a little story of how we watched the show. I don't have HBO. I streamed the first one through, what was it called? Mexican, what was it called?
Mucho Flix.
Oh, Mucho Flix. Mucho Flix, they do a good job. They stream Game of Thrones. Last week I did it through Movie HD. This week I contacted DirecTV Now and I said, HGTV is buffering. Can you at least hook us up with a little free HBO for our pain and suffering? And now we have free HBO. Little life hack. We watched Game of Thrones. Now Jessie, who is next to me, and she'll be chiming in as well, she is not a Game of Thrones fan. She's like, this is stupid. We're not going to watch this. She watched the first episode, and she's like, oh, I'll give it another shot. And then the third episode, tonight, she's hooked. Now, Jessie,
Yes.
How hooked are you right now? Like, I mean, after that episode was done, what were you doing, and what were you saying?
After the episode was done?
Yes. You stood up.
Mm-hmm.
You flashed me your tits. Oh, no? Oh. That was another night.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you do?
I said, that was a good episode. I can't wait until the next one.
And she also said she wants to go back and start from the beginning now.
I said I want to watch from season 1.
She wants to start from the beginning. Hello, friends. Thank you for joining us. We're going to be discussing Season 8, Episode 3. And there will be spoilers. So if you don't want the spoilers, get the fuck out of my chat. Get out of my chat. All right. So this episode, beginning to end, was the battle against the White Walkers. The Night King. Carnage. Dragons flying in the sky. Now I'm going to talk about the good things and the bad things that happened in this episode. There wasn't much bad. But should we do the bad first? What do you think, Jess?
It's up to you.
All right. I'm gonna talk about the bad first. Now, I understand he's the Night King. It's supposed to be dark and gloomy and creepy. And there were scenes in the hallways that were fantastic. Had a little suspense to it. But when they were battling in the field and battling in the sky, sometimes it was so dark that you were just like, why don't I just close my eyes and listen? You know, that is the negative of this episode. I understood that they had to have an element of creepiness to it, but there was a little bit too much darkness. And it was imprisoning me. All that I see, absolute horror. That's Metallica. So that is the negative. That is the negative of this. Everything else is positive. Fantastic. Fantastic stuff. Some main characters died. Okay? Not main characters where you're like, oh my god! Just expendable characters died. And they did a good job up and down. Like, you didn't know who was going to go. You kind of felt that at one point in the show that every character had a chance of dying, which I thought was a fantastic job. The fight scene was a little bit mishmashed because you just see fucking bones flying around and just people biting each other and you don't know what's going on too much. But they did it in a way where you kind of felt it, you know? And it just felt like war. It felt like you were watching a war. It didn't feel like just CGI bullshit. It actually you felt for the characters. So good job with that. It was long. The battle was beginning to end. It got you all amped up, and boom, you went right into it. They had ups and downs. The good guys, the bad guys were winning. It was fantastic stuff. There is one part that I thought was fantastic. There was a part, and like I said, spoilers. So if you don't want the spoilers, you can get the fuck out of here. There was one part where you think, hey, the good guys are winning. You know? They're pulling it off. And then all of a sudden, everyone that was dead, that they killed, or the good guys that were killed, well, the Night King's like, we're going to rise them motherfuckers up too. And then it just started all over again. So just when you thought it was done, it was started all over again. Fantastic. Fantastic stuff. Now I'm going to read a couple of comments from the chat. I'm going to keep going with this. I could talk about this all fucking night. It was a great episode. Now, was this the best war? No. I don't think this was the best war. But it was a fantastic episode. Too much CGI, Moss, says Sean Hart. Okay, so my problem is this. They did go super heavy on the CGI. I didn't like the darkness. It was so dark, and I guess that was a clever way of kind of fudging their CGI, making it look a little bit more realistic. But you couldn't see much. The scenes in the sky where the dragons were dueling and shit, that was pretty good. That was pretty good how they did that. Bran gave Arya the dagger for that one thing for him to catch it, says Dude Chronic. How about, and Jessie caught this part, where the Red Witch speaks to Arya and says, you're going to, I'm going to botch the fucking line. What was the line she said? You're going to close many eyes, I think it was. Mm-hmm. And she's like, brown eyes, green eyes, and blue eyes. Foreshadowing of what was to happen. I don't know if you missed that, but that was said. Night King. I've seen the finale. It goes out like the Sopranos. Now, let me know in the chat. We got 20 people watching. Thank you for joining us. Let me know in the chat if you watched the episode. You know, are you a Game of Thrones fan or are you just fucking hanging out? Let me know. Blue Eyes, Battle of the Bastards was better by an inch. I agree. This wasn't the best battle. It wasn't the best episode, but it was very good. Very, very good. Brilliant catch, JBH. Yeah, I mean, you knew that there was something up there, but when she said blue eyes, boom, she's telling you that that Arya is going to be the one. And we'll talk about that kill, too. I want to know your thoughts on that. Fuki, I watched this as Drunk Savage. Blue fish, yellow fish, red fish, yes. Maya balls are hot after that episode. It was great. I got to watch it again. I want to sit through that again. There's just so many things going through my mind. Michael Anselin just hanging. Now, if you don't watch Game of Thrones, I'm telling you, I feel like you're missing out. You know, this is something that they're doing on TV. What HBO is doing, and this is the last season, so I'm sure they're going to come up with something else down the road. But what they're doing with their visuals, I mean, their sets, their costumes, the acting everything is top notch. I've never seen a TV show put together like this. Whether you like dragons or any of that bullshit, that's regardless. It's the attention to detail on the show is so fucking on point. You'll never see anything like this. Or this might be the beginning of an era of just crazy shows coming out. It's mesmerizing. Turn up the brightness next time. She's Drunk Savage. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I mean, did you guys have problems seeing it in the dark? Really, is it that good? Sean, I shit you not. I was just talking about it in the beginning of the stream with Jessie. She didn't watch one episode. She's like, this is fucking stupid. I'm not going to watch this. The first episode wasn't that great of this season. Now she wants to watch the whole fucking thing. She wants to make me sit through this whole goddamn thing again. Jessie's not into this shit. She's not into dragons or any of that stuff. And now she's on board. My mom sat through like the first 6 seasons within 2 days. It's that good. I'm into mystical shows as long as it is well written, says Sean Hart. It is well written. Now, it does get drawn out if you watch the seasons. There's a lot of build-up, but goddamn, the payoffs are good. Or if you just want to watch a good fucking put-together battle scene, just watch tonight's episode. Just watch that, and you're going to be like, oh, fuck, I got to watch this show.
What the fuck?
Were you, Jessie? Oh, you're still in the chat? So Jessie right now...
When did you do that?
Jessie is... She's fixing the website. She's revamping the MMAholes.com. We want to move it over, and that's our main channel, the MMA Holes, if you're new. I don't know. But the MMAholes.com is going through a little bit of a facelift. We dragged it over to WordPress. It's like bare bones what it is now. And now we are legit. This is going to be MMA social media. We're going to ruin your fucking lives. That's what we're going to do, right? If you don't like Facebook, you're going to hate this because this is literally Facebook and MMA smashed together. The community, the MMA Holes is all about community. We're going to grow this fucking community on this website, and of course on YouTube. But it's going to be a cool spot. You can hang out outside of the show, message people, throw pictures up, do all that stuff. It's going to be done. It's going to be right. And when it comes back, you'll get that in your lap. My life is already ruined. MMA Holes are my crack, says Drunk Savage. Was Boardwalk Empire. So now I couldn't get into Boardwalk Empire. I should have, since it was like a Atlantic City type show. But I couldn't get into it. And I love Steve Buscemi. Hey, Chris and Jessie, you beautiful beings. What's up? Not quite human. My life is already ruined. So, all right, let's get back to this Game of Thrones shit over here. I want to know what the ones in the chat. Did you see the episode tonight? The Hound don't like fire and why he went PTSD. Yeah, the Hound completely pussed out. I'm going to move to the end of this episode. I do want to discuss how it finally finished. Another thing, too, is, like, you kind of knew, that the king, and spoiler, the king was going to get taken out. You kind of knew that was going to happen in this episode. And that's the only thing. Even though they brought you up and down, you just had that feeling, okay, who's going to kill the king? Who's going to do it? Now, the person that they picked to do it, I think it was a good pick. It gave the character a complete, full arc. You start flashback into how she started, and here you are, seeing her taking out this Night King. It was a good way of doing it. My problem is there was no battle. It was just kind of caught you, stabbed, dead. The end. That might be me nitpicking. I would have liked a little bit of a battle, or when he faced off with Jon Snow, I might have liked to see him go at it with Jon Snow a little bit. We didn't get to see that. I guess that could be another nitpicking moment as well. Garbage is Boss Koger. So Boss Koger didn't like it. I'm just wondering why they didn't send in the dragons first, says Drunk Savage. Yeah, I don't know why they waited on that. They're just let's kill all those people. Let's just kill them. Apparently one dragon survived. I guess the other one's dead. Another cool scene was when Khaleesi gets knocked off the dragon. And the dragon's just there. And by the way, if you want to fucking see some special effects, this shit blew me away, man. This is Lord of the Rings was garbage compared to this shit. This, the dragon was getting up, and all these fucking White Walkers are climbing all over it and biting it and stabbing it, and the dragon's trying to fly away, and you kind of felt for the CGI dragon. It was amazing how they did it. It's fucking TV. HBO. It blows my mind. How do they do this shit? It's crazy. If you really think about what we just fucking consumed right there, that was TV.
You're so silly.
They used to do claymation and shit. Fucking, I think the dragons were real. I think they trained real dragons. I love that shit. Arya stinks. The Night King ruled. This is Boss Koger. I would have liked to see the Night King take over everything. I would have loved to see that. I wouldn't have been disappointed with that, but I knew what they had. There's a lot more to go. This is not the end. It took 9 weeks to film, says Duke Chronic. That's funny. I was talking to Jessie, and I was saying, shows like The Walking Dead, how they say, one fight scene takes weeks to film, just, one fight scene. And I'm watching this. I'm like, how fucking long did that take? And according to Duke, it's 9 weeks. Fuck. The beard looks fantastic. Thank you. It's a little oily. Me and Jessie, we're gonna simultaneously shower after this. Dragons are real, bro. I think they are. They're on the MMA Holes, they're real. Is this on Netflix? Is Pulse? Pulse. If you're not watching Game of Thrones, you're not living life. You're not living life. Now, to the people that are jumping in right now, I highly recommend this episode. I am telling you right now, if you didn't watch any episode, just sit here and watch this fucking battle. And report back to me. And tell me you don't want to watch any more of this show. I dare you to watch this episode that just happened and say, nah, it's not my cup of tea. I dare you. Dare you to do that. Jessie's hooked. Now, what did you like and not like about the show? I got a million. I could ramble for hours about this.
What did I like?
The pluses and the minuses. Jesse's working on the website. She's multitasking.
I liked all the dragon scenes. Those were great. I liked the battle. Everything about the battle was great. There was nothing that I could complain about for the battle.
Okay.
What did I not like?
Yeah, what did you dislike about it?
You know what? I love who killed the guy, the king guy.
The Night King? Yeah.
Yeah, I love how they set that up because I didn't expect it.
Now, did you think that was a little quick?
No, absolutely not. I think it was everything about that episode was timed perfectly.
Well, okay, so they did build up that moment. They really dragged it out, like building up the moment of the Night King walking up. But don't you think he should? I mean, he kind of got killed pretty fucking easy.
The way it happened was perfect.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't want to give too much away.
Nah, spoil it. It's a spoiler show.
I think the way it happened was perfect because, first of all, I didn't expect it to be her.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he caught her,
yeah,
I thought she was going to die. You know, I didn't think...
That would have been great.
Yeah, I didn't think about, what she had done next to kill him. It's kind of unexpected. You think she's going to die just like he's killed everybody else, So I thought that was probably the best setup for his death. So
Jessie was into it. I got a question here. When Bran sent the birds, the crows, where the fuck did they go? They just flew off. Like, he went all white-eyed. The crows flew off. And then
they found the king guy.
So they found the king?
Yeah.
But he was flying around on the dragon, right?
Yeah.
So what the hell was the point of that? What was
So that he could see how close he was.
That's what it was?
I would think so.
I mean, he didn't say, hey, he's close.
Well, I don't
He was just like sitting there like... I tell you what, if I ever act in a show, I want to be Bran. I want to be in a wheelchair and have limited lines. Mm. Where were the crows going? I mean, they were going to the Night King, and then they just flew away. Like, what the fuck was the purpose of that? Just... Am I missing something? Bran is useless. He's a piece of shit. It looks like some Middle Earth shit. It's his Pulse. Pulse? You know what? Pulse, don't watch it. Because if I don't like you, I tell you don't watch the show. Alright? If I don't like you, Pulse, don't watch the show. I want people I like watching that show. You're not worthy of it. How dare you? Hodor. Did the birds go to Hodor? I know you play Red Dead Online, but Moss, if you want to actually play the story mode, I'm telling you, you'll become addicted to the character and maybe cry. The details in CGI are incredible in the game and movie. I don't have the hand-eye coordination or the attention span, but I will try. I will. Actually, it was funny when I was thinking about it. When we go back on to the gaming streams, I'll be playing Red Dead for sure. Hodo. All the spoilers is making me want to spoil the new Avengers Endgame. So we started watching a bootleg of the Avengers Endgame. Jessie didn't. She wants crystal clear. I know what happens, so it's kind of like I don't even give a fuck how I watch it now. I just want to see what happens. Black people don't like ye old white people shit. I mean, there's one guy that's I don't know. I don't think he's black though. Who's the guy? Khaleesi's dude, the head of the army. I don't know what nationality he is. But he's like the token, right? The dragons aren't white. Yeah. So, like I said before, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that really stuck out. Is it me or is Jon Snow like a big pussy? Right? Is he not a pussy? If he gets the fucking throne...
He stood up to the dragon.
He stood up to the dragon. No, he stood up to die. That's what he said. He literally, he's just like, I give up. Kill me.
Well, what else was he going to do?
He is a big pussy.
The dragon was going to kill him.
Why is Jon Snow such a pussy?
He's not.
Is he not? I think the midget's got more balls than Jon Snow. What about when Jon Snow was running towards the Night King? How long does it take you to run over there? Run a little faster. Fucking Jon Snow. What's wrong with that guy? He should have died the first time around. I'm not a Jon Snow fan. I understand, the twist happened, and he deserves to have the throne, but I just think he's a big pussy. The little girl that killed the giant. Oh, that was a savage scene. So Drunk's talking about the scene. Awesome. The giant barges in through the fucking doors of this castle, grabs up this little girl, and this little girl is some cunt, man. She's something else. She's like this leader, and she's a badass. She's literally a kid, and the guy's just crushing this girl, and she's just like, boop, right in your eye, you're dead. These not for nothing, they die pretty quick.
Yeah.
Right. Jon Snow is John Jones' nickname. I get it. That's a cocaine joke. Let's see. A big pussy. How dare you? Yeah, Alex, he is. Jon Snow's a pussy, man. He is. I think the little fat guy has more balls than him. He's not. Did the ginger guy die? Mm-hmm. Did he die? What happened to him?
Ginger guy?
Yeah. The guy that loves the giant girl.
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't even know if she died.
All right, so let's talk about the people that died. No, she didn't die. She's still alive. Bryn? So let's talk about the people that died. The old dude that was like fucking sweating Khaleesi for 8 seasons, right? This guy was so up her ass, protecting her to the end, and then fucking dies. A loyal death. He's done. I don't care. He's gone. All right, so see you later. Who else died? The guy with the fucking patch died for the 700th time.
Yeah, he died.
What else? The scenes where Arya was running through the hallways and those fucking creepy motherfuckers were chasing her, I thought that was brilliant. That was pretty suspenseful, right? Where Arya was fucking creeping through the hallways. Mm. They made Walking Dead look like complete dog shit. They made it look terrible. Like that's how you do suspense. The Walking Dead is a bowl of shit. Christopher definitely using Just for Men in his beard. This is cum. I put cum in my beard. Let's see what else we got here. No, I don't think so. I'll wait for the entire series finale is done for Real Reels so I can watch the complete edition, not the show is gone for a year and comes back edition, says Jessica G. Jessica, you think he's going to come back? I don't think... Well, I think what they're doing with Game of Thrones is... Aren't they having like a spinoff or some shit? Oh, Theon. Yeah, that guy. The tongueless dude. You know what? I like the way he went out. He was fucking defending little fucking George Harrison. Fucking... he was defending invalid George Harrison. And he was taking them all out. I mean, I don't know how that guy took out that many of those White Walker zombie things. But then he just goes running towards... So this is how he goes out, right? He has his spear, and he's running towards the Night King with his spear. He's like, ah! And he's just running. And it's just like this whole drawn-out thing where he's just running. Like, there's a lot of that tonight. Like, wouldn't you try to sneak up on him or something? Or just kind of like, hey, buddy, listen. Can't we talk this out and fucking stab him? Instead, he's just running across the field with his fucking spear. He's like, ah! Giving the guy time to be like, oh no, I'm gonna fucking take you out now. Like, was that not the dumbest way to go? Like, Jon Snow was gonna do the same fucking thing. The Night King spared him. And this motherfucker with no tongue is like, ah! Running across the field, all dramatic and shit. The fuck was that? What a dope. He deserved to die. He deserved it. Do they even have an army left? He's drunk. I would hope so, because they got Cersei to deal with now, right? Walking Dead stinks. I liked it at first, but like the 15th time the redneck hunters somehow got snuck up on and captured in the woods, I was out. Yeah, I bailed. We stuck it out until, should we spoil that? A main character kicked the bucket. I don't know if I should spoil that too. But his name rhymes with Prick Hines. And
wow.
And we're like, yeah, we're done. Night King will be back, says Mark Rowe. Tell me more, Mark Rowe. Tell me more. I need to know. Christopher, it's not that serious. One bad, if I wasn't doing this, you would have nothing to do right now. So you just suck my cock.
Boom, roasted.
Things have changed. We're not the same anymore. We're different people now. Rick, in every Walking Dead episode. Yeah, I'm done. I am so... Coral. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I'm done. The Walking Dead, I don't care. My mom is like, watch it again. It's getting good. No. I gave Walking Dead so many fucking chances. When Shane died, the show died. That's how I look at it. And I watched seasons after that. When Shane died, that was a wrap. The best character on there. Every show needs a Shane. Can Vlad or someone provide a Game of Thrones stream link? His polls. What's the website?
Mucho Flix.
Mucho Flix. Guys, Mucho Flix. Just every Sunday at 9 p.m. Boom. They show an HD stream of it. So if you don't have it, go for it. I'm done with zombies. You know, when the what's it called? When Game of Thrones did the whole White Walker thing and the dead came to life and stuff, it's like, here we go again. You know? It is more zombie shit if you think about it. But I'm done with zombies too. I'm with you, drunk. I think the 5th season was the last one I watched, maybe 6th. I don't know. Fook the Walking Dead. Y'all gotta watch Queen of the South. What's that? What's that on? I'm kind of done with shows. the reason why I'm really invested in this thing is I am done. I don't know what other show do we watch? I think this is it, right? We don't watch anything. Like, what we'll do is we'll binge watch like a Netflix thing, like a mini series or some shit. We're going back and going through Breaking Bad again, but I don't want to get invested in a show anymore. This is it. Game of Thrones, I'm retired. I am not watching any more shows. This episode was it was fantastic though. Muchos gracias to Sean Hart, USA Network, and Snowfall. So USA Network? Really? They got a good show on USA Network? But then again, Vikings is on the History Channel, and that shit was pretty good. I gave up on it, but it was pretty good. They are making a Deadwood movie with all the original cast. Yeah, Michael, Jessie was saying maybe we should watch that. I never watched that show. I heard it was good, but I never watched it. Waiting on Stranger Things Season 3. I saw this first season. I didn't watch the second. First season was good until the end. And I was like, yep, I'm not watching this show anymore. I thought the end sucked. It just got fucking stupid. I don't know, it was like weird shit happening, and I don't know. I just feel like it just fell off at the end. Maybe the second season was good, but I was done. The Office. Jessie likes The Office. Game of Thrones rules. And did you watch this episode? Let me know what you think. The Leftovers is good for 3 seasons. Leftovers, I've heard of that. I'm done with zombies unless MMA Holes does a Fuko Friday Zombie Edition. It's not a bad idea. Would you want to do that?
No.
No, Jessie doesn't want to do it.
Just kidding.
Points to Chris. Also, Animal Kingdom. Texas Ranger on USA. That show ruled. They just told me the midget. Hold on. You here because of your mind, LOL, not your body. You can't fight like the other guys. So, the scene with the midget. Let's talk about the midget. The midget was stuck in the crypt. Oh, this is another great scene. Thank you for reminding me. So,
you're just giving away the whole episode.
Oh, listen.
I hope you wrote spoilers in the title.
This is spoiler. Did I just fucking... This is spoiler, motherfuckers. All right? 23 people, spoiler. There's a scene, and it's in the description. So if you can't read, then that's your problem. There is a scene where they took all the useless people, the women, and they put them in... no, not all the women, but, the women and midgets. And as they're in the crypt, this motherfucker, you flash over to the Night King and Jon Snow. He raises all the people up that died during the battle. And then the people in the fucking crypt came to life. Fantastic. Did not expect that. That shit was badass. You had the fucking midget and Sansa behind a fucking stone, and you hear the wails of children and women just like, oh my god, I'm dying. It was great. It was fucking great. Right? How great was that scene?
So great.
Oh my god. Useless as usual. Donut Man. Those were dead Starks. Now, the mother was buried down there, right? Because they had this shrine. Was Mr. Headless down there? Was Ned Stark? Was he down there too? And why can't we see a dead Ned Stark come back? I'm all jacked up after this episode. Gonna be tired as fuck tomorrow. It was fantastic. It was great. Yes, folks. Wow, the midget is powerful. He fucking is. Some people were saying that the midget is going to take the throne. I would love for that. That might be the best ending if the midget takes it. Do they show penetration? Yes, they do. That was what I was wondering. Says Drunk Savage. He died in King's Landing and his head was cut off. Yes, it was put on a stick. But did they ever get the head back? And what did they do with the body? Did they at least give him, the decency of being put in the crypt? I don't know. And maybe it happened during the fucking 8 seasons and I'm having a brain fart. I have no idea. Is JBH at Dunkin' Donuts? No, she's creating a website. A place where you can hang out down the road. Fuck yes, this is Mike H. Tyrion is a Targaryen. There you go. So, do you think, Duke, that Tyrion will take the throne? Now, I know Jon Snow is technically the one that's supposed to sit on it, but he's such a fag. He's such a fag. Oh, I know everyone loves Jon Snow. When he died the first time and then came back, I was like, fuck, why are they bringing him back? I thought it was great that they killed him. It was like this big epic ending. It's like, holy shit, you just killed Jon Snow, the only real pure good character. And they fucking bring him back. Kill him. JBH is hard at work. Xena was in the show. Yeah, she was riding dragons. She was. She was there. The war, what was her, Prince, what was her name? I love Jon Snow, he rocks, but he is a pussy though, no? I mean, is he not a pussy? A little bit. I'm not getting on the website. They'll get your IP address. Well, shh. Can we get a hello from Miss Hill? She works so hard.
Hello.
She is pantsless, and she's working hard on. So you got how much? How much did you get done? She got a lot done over here. Explain. Give a little teaser. Give a little teaser of this website. What do we expect?
Ready for this? It's a one-word teaser.
Okay.
Facebook.
Facebook sucks though.
Better than Facebook.
There you go. Better than Facebook. Moss says JBH wants to watch all the previous seasons now.
Yes.
She got up, eyes bulged out of her head. I shit you not. And I can't even believe she got past the first episode, because the first episode of this season was but I get it now. It's setting everything up. Second episode was great. I thought it was great. Seriously, no fucking carnage, just a good story, some laughs. It was good. This episode was fucking fire. That's why I could put the emojis in the title. Fire. Yeah, she wants to go back and watch all the episodes now. I don't know if we have enough time to do that though. Hercules went to live in Olympia. That's in the first season. This is Boss Koger. Another show that I loved was Spartacus. And honestly, we might have to run that shit. There's a lot of gay shit in that though. Do you like gay shit? I mean, I'm talking like man on man, like fucking going at it in that shit. You down with that?
I don't care.
Did anyone see Spartacus? I'm telling you, that fucking show.
Have you ever seen the show Oz?
See, I did see Oz. I didn't like it.
There's a lot of gay shit in there.
Yeah, but Spartacus is it's so gory. It's like the movie 300. It's literally like the movie 300 the way they shot it. It's fucking badass. Spartacus is the shit. That show, it was on the Stars Network. It was like a porno with fucking like gruesome carnage.
Gruesome.
I'm gonna avoid the light. Not 1 minute of Game of Thrones from me. Going to try and be the only one to never watch it. Well, listen, I mean, you need a lot of time to sit through it. You definitely need a lot of time. So if you have a lot of time on your hands, I advise it. But if you don't start it, because once you start, you're done. You're done. It's a wrap. Like I said, my mom like wasted 2 or 3 days of her life just blasting through all the episodes. The best show is Man vs. Food. Chris, Spartacus was a shit. And you watch it? That show is vicious. Brokeback Mountain. JBH liked Brokeback Mountain. She loved all the gay crap in the early seasons. There was seasons of Brokeback Mountain. That show rocks. So Mike H, right? How good was that fucking show? There was no show like that one. It just went so fucking far. Like Game of Thrones and Spartacus are two totally different monsters. The scene in American History X where he got his back door taken. No, Spartacus is worse than that. It's pretty bad. There were scenes where I had to look away. I was like, yeah, all right. Are we doing this? Is this really happening? Apparently, like, in those days, like, that shit happened. So what they did was they tried to portray it like legit how it was. But, I mean, thank God I didn't live back then. That shit was fucking ridiculous. Check out Black Donnelly's. It's only one season, but man, it's wonderful, wonderful. I think you said it before, right? Black Donnelly's. I think you said it. Is that on HBO? I said the actor died after the first season. Yeah, drunk. So that was fucking weird. And it was a weird death that he had, too. But the other guy filled in, and that's how good the show was. He filled in, and it didn't really miss a beat. The other guy was good, though. I did prefer that guy, but... And then they had Atticus. They had a spinoff that was good. Let's get some MMA holes on Google Hangouts. Listen, this is a bonus show. We're about to go to bed. Black Flag is good. I was going to try Black Flag. I was going to give that a whirl. But it was like the ratings weren't as good as like some of the other shows I was watching, so I kind of dropped it down on my list. Early seasons of Game of Thrones, it gets super homo. JBH would dig. The early seasons were pretty pornish. But Spartacus made Game of Thrones look like fucking romper room. Spartacus was pre-MMA. I and Mike H loved that show, Spartacus. Loved all the sex and violence. I mean, it's crazy. Another show that was like Spartacus was, the fuck was it called? I had a lot of injuries in my day, so I had a lot of free time. So I got to binge shows. What the fuck? What was the other show? Banshee. That was another show that was fucking bonkers. Ray Donovan's good too. I just fell off it. I don't know why. It's a good show, but I missed the last 2 seasons. It did have some good seasons. All right, so that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I missed. I think we covered everything, though, right? On Game of Thrones?
I think so.
I think we got it all. I'm trying to think. There's always good and bad. Like, you can never just watch a show and be like, oh, everything was just amazing. This show, as a whole, is amazing. It really is. You could always pluck. I could always find something bad. I always can pick something out. And in this show, I can pull little things out and complain about. But if you just take a step back and just realize what we just witnessed there, I mean, that shit was history, man. Like, this is like game-changing shit that we're watching here. Like, you just sit back, you kick the recliner up, and you're just like, is this really fucking happening? Like, even my father watches this shit. My father is not anywhere near into dragons or any of that bullshit, and my father's like hooked. That's how good this show is. It's mesmerizing. So if you didn't see the Game of Thrones episode 3 of season 8, I highly recommend it. I give it a 9 out of 10. I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10. Not a perfect 10 because I could always pull something wrong with it. So a 9 out of 10, but fantastic stuff. I cannot wait. Now the question is, how many more episodes are in the season? I think there's 4, if I'm not mistaken. I think. Game of Thrones is dope. If you don't like it, you're a pussy bitch. That's right, live and tell him. This show is better than the NFL draft show. Let's see. It's like a movie quality. It's better, man. This shit is better than the movies. It really is. Only 2. That's it? 2 left? Oh, only 2 episodes left.
Wow.
Good thing I got that free HBO trial. I'm good. Jessie was laughing at me. She called me what did you call me, a horrible person? She called me a horrible person because I played the cable game. You guys ever play the cable game? You know, where you complain about something that's not happening. And you're like, can you at least throw me a free HBO? Poof. There it is. Free HBO. I don't think that makes me a bad person. 90 minutes an episode. So 2 more episodes, 90 minutes an episode. All right. I guess we're going to have to... I'm sure we'll be talking about it again. So what do you think? Do you think the next episode is going to be a lot of dialogue and then battle? Or do you think we just roll right into some more wars? What do you think in the chat? And let me know in the comment section down below. Jessie, any last words?
No last words.
When is the ETA for the revamped version of the revamped website?
72 hours.
72 hours. Jessie says 72 hours, and we will put together the social media for MMA. Game-changing shit. The community will be inside this website 24/7. I see Drunk and DB going over to the website over there. You could be hanging out with everyone over here. It's a more functional website. It was very one-dimensional before. We're going to open it up. So you can thank Jessie for that. All right. I'll see you guys later and watch Game of Thrones. Don't be a pussy. Don't be a pussy.
A pussy.
Watch it. I'm telling you. You will thank me. Bye-bye.